Welcome to an English language lesson. This lesson is for Form 1 to Form 3 pupils, and we are going to discuss the PT3 writing. This is the sample paper for writing. So the code is 12/2, and we are going to discuss part 2. It is called note expansion. So let's look at the question. Part 2, 20 marks. You should spend about 35 minutes in this part. In your class, you have been talking about celebration. In about 120 words, write an essay about a celebration you enjoy. You may use the notes below to help you. So you have the mind map here, and then write your essay. So there are WH questions like why you celebrate it, how you feel, who you celebrate with, what you do, when you celebrate it, where you go. Let's look at the textbook that you are using. For Form 1 and Form 2, you are using Past 2. So there are 9 units. For today, we are going to discuss informal letter. So informal letter is in Unit 6 of the Past 2 textbook. And then for Form 3, the textbook is closed up. You have informal letter for Unit 5 and also Unit 10. There are various types of writing for part 2 of the writing paper. You have informal letter, you have story, review, article, and also report. So today, dear students, we are going to learn how to write informal letter. Let's look at the plan or the format. This is taken from your past textbook from 2 Unit 6. So let's look at the format. First of all, you have to have the address of the sender, and then you have to have the date. After that, you have the greeting, dear grandma, granddad. And then the first paragraph is the introduction. So you have the introduction, example, thank you very much for my birthday present. I love my new trainer. I'm wearing them now. They fit me perfectly. Next, we have the content, where you have paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. I'm going to have my birthday party tomorrow because it's Saturday. First, 10 of my friends are coming to my house in the afternoon. Then, we are going to go to the bowling alley in the town center. My brother isn't going to come because he hates bowling. I think that's because he isn't very good at it. I'll invite him to join us later though. We are going to eat at my favorite burger stall. In the evening, we'll probably watch a film at my house. Mom and Dad bought me some great new DVDs for my birthday, so I would like to watch one of them. Then we have the closing, which is the next paragraph. So here it is paragraph 3. I'll see you next month. Thanks again for the present. And then you sign off by writing love from Paul. This is another example of an informal letter. So it is in the Form 3 textbook, Unit 5. Here you have the greeting. Hi, Robbie. Then you have the introduction. It's good to hear from you. And then we have the contents. What exciting news. I've always wanted to live in the countryside. You will be able to cycle around without any traffic and camp out at night. It will be great. Don't worry about making new friends. You have always been very popular. Why don't you see if there's a local football team or youth club? I'd love to come to your party. It will be great fun, and of course, I love to be the DJ. I'll bring lots of different types of music so everyone can have a good time. Have you decided on a date yet? So these are the contents or the ideas. And then you sign off by writing bye for now, and then your name, Kirk. This is another example of an informal letter. It is in Form 3 textbook, Unit 10. Here we have, hi, Ella. So this is the greeting. Introduction. Thanks for your letter. Yes, I can help you. Your project sounds interesting. And then you have the contents. There are one paragraph here for the content, and then so you have paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Okay, paragraph 3 can be also your conclusion, and then you sign off by writing love, Katie. As I mentioned just now, today you're going to learn how to write informal letter. So when writing an informal letter, you need to use informal language and make it clear why you're writing, and make sure you focus on the subject you're writing about. Now let's look at the plan or the format. For greeting, you can write dear, hi, or dearest. And for paragraph 1, which is the introduction, you can ask about the person you're writing to and explain why you're writing. Examples, there are some sentences or phrases here. How are you? Guess what? Thanks for. And then paragraph 2, 3, or maybe 4, you can write the contents. So make sure that you give details regarding what you're writing about and what you want to find out or do. Examples of phrases: there is, there are, if you're interested, let me know, when are you available, let's go together. For paragraph 4, you are writing the closing. You can ask the person you're writing to maybe more or further questions, or you can suggest what needs to be done. Here also in the closing, you can write your hope or wish. Examples of sentences or phrases: could you do me a favor? So this is a question. Maybe, perhaps you could. For me, do we need to? I was wondering if. The last part is signing off. So you can use these sentences or phrases. See you soon. Keep in touch. That's all for now. Write back soon. Talk to you later. Keep in touch. Love. Now, let's look at the informal letter checklist. So once you have finished writing, you can ask, have you followed the plan or the format? Have you used grammatically correct forms? Have you checked the spelling and punctuation mistakes? Have you used informal language? Have you used linking words correctly? So you can go through this checklist once you have finished writing. Now let's look at the questions and answers. This is a sample question. Part 1, remember it is called note expansion. The theme or topic, the reference will be from Form 3, Close-Up Textbook, Unit 5. Let's look at the question. Part 2, 20 marks. You should spend about 35 minutes in this part. You have received a letter from your cousin Katie, who is moving to another city to start university. Write a letter in reply to Katie. You can use the notes below to help you. So write your letter. So let's look at the notes. Moving to another city to start university. So they are the WH questions. What advice can you give? Who can help your cousin? Where can your cousin stay? Why higher education is important? What do you feel? How does your cousin adapt? Okay, so this is the question again. So first one, what advice can you give? So you can say maybe you can tell your cousin to study hard, make friends, or learn to cook. Who can help your cousin? Maybe the seniors, the lecturers, the wardens, the tutors, or the counselors. Where can your cousin stay? Maybe in a dorm, or your cousin can rent a room. Okay, maybe because you can talk about it is cheaper to rent a room. Why higher education is important? Because you can get better or secure future or a good job. How do you feel? So you're happy or you're proud that your cousin is starting his or her university life. Okay, how can your cousin adapt? So you can say can join club, or can join society, or any sport club or sporting events. So let's look at the format. First one, you have the address of sender. So example here, 75 Jalan Temenggung, Taman Temenggung, 31000, Kuantan, Pahang. And then don't forget the date, 27 March 2021. Then you have the salutation or the greeting, Dear Katie. Now let's look at paragraph 1. There are a few examples here. So remember that paragraph 1 is the introduction. So there are 4 examples. I was so excited to receive your letter about your admission to a university in Perak. It's great news for my whole family. You deserve to get a place in the university. Congratulations. Hi, my parents told me to congratulate you on your great achievement. I bet you are over the moon. Hi, I'm so happy to know that you have secured a place in the university of your choice. Now let's look at paragraph 2, 3, and 4. So these are contents. So for contents, here are a few examples. I managed to talk to my elder sister who is currently pursuing her degree in University Science Malaysia. So here are some advice concerning starting university. First, you need to make sure that you have to self-motivate, as you are no longer under the supervision of your parents, and do make friends with other students there. The second example, there are a few important matters that I wish to inform you. First, you need to be more independent, as your parents or friends are not there to help or assist you. In addition, you have to learn to motivate yourself to study harder and not be negligent of your studies or play truant. Having a good attitude and putting in effort go a long way in securing good grades and doing well academically and socially. Then you have other examples here also for the contents. Being a university student demands a lot of hard work and perseverance. Students are also on their own and have to manage their affairs independently. For example, you need to manage time, decide who you want to be friends with, manage your money, and cope with emotions. Another example, being able to adapt to university life helps you focus on your studies. There are many ways that you can adapt to university life. First, you should know that you are not the only one facing a new environment. There are others too who are trying to cope with a strange environment. Here are more examples. For contents. My sister also suggests that you find a cheaper accommodation if the hostel is expensive or not so convenient as you cannot cook in a hostel. Sharing a room or house is a great idea to reduce your expenses. It's advised to get accommodation organized early and to find out what facilities are available. Another example. Next, you should think of your accommodation in the university. Are you staying in the hostel? Some students choose to stay in rented rooms or houses, as they say, although the rental is small, they could do their own cooking. This saves some of your money on expenses too, as you do not have to buy food from the cafeteria or restaurant. Here are more examples. Furthermore, if things go wrong, use the support services. Don't be scared. There are tutors, counselors who can help. Don't leave problems until they are critical. You could also have problems adapting to a different living condition, so try to join a society or club in the university. Joining clubs and societies is an integral part of the university experience. Another example, moreover, I think you need to familiarize yourself with some people like the counselors or tutors. Getting to know the seniors or your hostel mates is also a good idea. You may need to talk to them if you have problems. And the next example, you should tell yourself that you are at the university to study and acquire knowledge for a better future. You should also know you need to go through tough and challenging situations before achieving success. By thinking positively, you can overcome feelings of homesickness. Here are more examples for paragraph 2, 3 and 4. Remember that you are writing ideas to answer the WH questions. So let's look at the first one. As you like playing badminton, joining the badminton club could be a great way for you to widen your circle of friends. Therefore, you will not feel so lonely. Club and societies also enable you to develop skills, insights, and experiences. Another example. Next, you should consider socializing. You should not let feelings of homesickness prevent you from socializing with fellow students. Socializing with others enhances soft skills and eliminates feelings of boredom and loneliness. It can also foster new friendships with students from different backgrounds. And another example, furthermore, there are many clubs in the university that organize activities that you can join in and participate. For instance, the debate club, the cultural club, or other sports and recreational activities. Participation in these activities helps kill time. These activities also give opportunities for you to represent the university at national or international levels of competitions. We have more examples here. Everyone in the family is happy and proud of you. Our grandparents reminded father that the next time you return home, they are throwing you a great birthday party. Achieving your goal to enter a university is a dream come true, and this can ensure that you will have a better future, as after your graduation, you're able to secure a job with good salary. Securing a place in the university ensures you a better future. After you have graduated, it is easy for you to get a job that pays well. So, you should develop both soft skills and hard skills, as these ensure better job prospects upon graduation. To acquire good hard skills, you need to work hard to achieve good grades. To polish soft skills, you need to socialize with others. Participating in activities organized by the university, such as community activities, and also contributing ideas to discussions, will further enhance problem solving and decision-making skills, as well as critical thinking skills. Another example, to summarize, your life at university is challenging. So this can be the conclusion. Okay, to summarize, your life at university is challenging and requires a lot of adjustment on your part. In order to survive and stay competitive at university, you must adapt to the new environment and develop a positive outlook. Years later, when looking back at your university years, you will treasure the time spent there because these are the best years in one's life. Now let's look at the closing. You can write short closing like, I'm looking forward to know more about your life in the university. Bye for now. Do write about your university life. I have to pen off now. Send my regards to uncle and aunt. I wish you all the best in your new phase of your life. Then remember, we have to complete the format. So you have to sign off. So in your informal letter, you have to write, for example, your cousin, Samantha.
17. Jalen Rimba. Taman Rimba Baru. 70,100 Siremban. Najiri Sembalan. January 25, 2021. Dear Kathy, I was so excited to receive your letter about your admission to a university in Perak. I managed to talk to my elder sister who is currently pursuing her degree in University Science Malaysia. So, here are some advice concerning starting university. First, you need to make sure that you have to self-motivate as you are no longer under the supervision of your parents and do make friends with the other students there. My sister also suggests that you find a cheaper accommodation if the hostel is expensive or not so convenient as you cannot cook in a hostel. Sharing a room or house is a great idea to reduce your expenses. It's advised to get accommodation organized early and to find out what facilities are available. Furthermore, if things go wrong, use the support services. Don't be scared, there are tutors and counselors who can help. Don't leave problems until they are critical. You could also have problems adapting to a different living conditions, so try to join a society or club in the university. Joining clubs and societies is an integral part of the university experience. As you like playing badminton, joining the badminton club could be a great way for you to widen your circle of friends. Therefore, you will not feel so lonely. Clubs and societies also enable you to develop skills, insights, and experience. Everyone in the family is very happy and proud of you. Our grandparents reminded father that the next time you return home, they are throwing you a great birthday party. Achieving your goal to enter a university is a dream come true, and this can ensure that you will have a better future, as after your graduation, you are able to secure a job with good salary. I'm looking forward to know more about your life in the university. Bye for now. Love. Annie.
Now let's learn phrases to give advice. So to give advice, you can use some of these phrases. You should, you could, your only option is to, you probably, you definitely, you really should. I think, I really think, you need to, must or should. Why don't you? My suggestion, advice is to, have you thought about, have you tried? If I were you, I would, I wouldn't. If I were in your shoes or position, I would. It's now exercise time. Now you can try to write sentences on how to give advice. Example, if I were you, I would try to spend money wisely, as starting a university life requires a lot of expenses. So try to write. Here are extra notes for you. These are some of the phrases, and there are levels for each slide. So these phrases are for elementary level. I think, I really think, you need to, must, should. How about, it is usually a good idea too. My suggestion or my advice is to, why don't you? You could try. You probably, definitely, really should. Now we have the pre-immediate level. Have you tried? I would strongly suggest, advise that. If I was or I were you, I'd. In my experience, works really well. It's generally best or a good idea too. One idea is to. One thing you should, could, have to do is. The best or the most important thing is to. So there is another level for intermediate. Might work, would probably work, always work for me. If I were in your place, I'd. If that happened to me, in that case, if I had that problem, I'd. My main or personal recommendation is or would be, you better. In this kind of situation, I would always recommend or advise. Now we have the upper immediate level. If I were or was in that kind of situation, I'd. Have you thought about? If it was or were me, I'd. Make sure you do or you don't. The sooner you, the better. Whatever you do, your only option is to. You have no choice but to. Here we have the advanced level. So these are the phrases. It's worth a try. I read recommends. A piece of advice from that I like to pass on is to. A wise man once said. As the proverb says, I can't recommend strongly enough. You should, no doubt about it. It might be an old wives' tale, but. So try this exercise. Dear pupils, you can try to write an informal letter and then discuss your answers with your teachers. Okay, let's look at the question. Part 2, 20 marks. You should spend about 35 minutes in this part. Your brother is studying in another town and there is a virus outbreak there. In about 120 words, write a letter to your brother to remind him to take care of his health. You may use the notes below to help you. So you have the notes here. What can your brother do? Who can help your brother? Where can he exercise? Why taking care of health is important? When can he exercise? How can your brother protect himself? Write your letter. So we have reached the end of our lesson for today. Hopefully you have benefited from this lesson and are able to write an informal letter. Thank you, and then do remember to subscribe to my channel. It is called Educator OmniTube. I'm Madam Gan, signing off. Bye bye.